Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are we doing? How is everybody doing? Are you all set for next week? Have you been working on your 7 things for 7 days, 7 times? I got a few questions actually in the last few days. One lady was saying about the self-image script. She was saying there's a few things that she wants for her life. And do I put in everything, she said, or do I just put in, 1 or 2 things? And for your self-image script, definitely put in everything. The universe loves detail. Morning, Alan. Universe loves detail. So the more you put into your self-image script, the better. The better it is for you, because you want it to be very real. Morning, Mary. You want it to be very real, and you want it to work for you. So you and as I said, the universe loves detail. So when you, morning, Marie. Morning, Sinead. Oh, lovely to see you all here. Thanks, girlies. I get goosebumps when I see the names coming up and the comments. I get goosebumps. I just love it. Thank you so much. So you want it to help you in the best possible way. Morning, Diane. In the best possible way, and that way, the only way is to have the detail in it. So have it exactly as you want it, because when you listen to this 7 times, you want to actually, see your life. You want, the easier it is to see when you have more detail in it. So you want to be able to, this is my life now. Sometimes close your eyes. Sometimes, not always, because sometimes when I'm listening to my self-image script, I'm doing things. And that's totally fine. We're not going to have all that time in the day to actually sit and listen to it 7 times. It's just not possible. So brilliant to have your headband, have earphones, have it on around your kitchen. You could be getting the dinner ready, you could be getting ready yourself, you could be getting dressed, even sitting having your coffee. You could be listening to your self-image script, and it's going to take up the most of your time next week. So just, I'm not saying shorten it, definitely not, but if you're finding it hard to listen to every bit of it, you can listen to snippets of it 7 times instead. But definitely it has to be listened to, 7 times. Part of it has to be listened to 7 times, and that's the way. And that's the way it's done. So we did this. Apologies if I'm pausing there. Morning, Michelle. Morning, Fatantu. Sorry, I can't see the names. Sorry, I'm very bad with the names on Instagram. But so we did this before. It was before Christmas. I think it was November time, maybe. I'm not sure when we did it, but people were just finding it so great for getting things done. Because sometimes when you get up in the morning, if you get up slightly later some morning, you might think, I don't have time now to do that. Morning, Evelyn. I don't have time now to do that, so I better keep, I leave it again on Instagram. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what's going on with my internet, sorry. Sometimes you will put things off for the next day. We were on a call last night with Tom, Sylvia's husband, my mentor's husband in Thinking Into Results, and there was a lady on, and she was looking for help from anyone that, she was looking for help really for her routine, and she was saying she didn't do her routine yesterday, but she was okay about it. She wasn't beating herself up about it, which is good. You don't want to do that, but she was just asking for some advice on, why didn't I beat myself up about it? Why did I just, and what was going through my head is, she is doing it every day. So she knows she'll get back to it again today. So that could be another reason why she wasn't beating herself up about it. And she is seeing good things already, she really is. So there's no point in beating yourself up over something that you haven't done. It's in the past. Just do better the next day. So if you want to write this down, I have it here on my laptop. I see it every single day. And if negative thoughts come into my head, or if I'm judging myself or giving out to myself or criticizing myself for something, I will say this out loud. I, Fiona, always say your name, forgive myself completely and lovingly for, and then say whatever it is, what you're saying, what the reason why you need to forgive yourself. So, it just helps you to move on, because you're going to be, if you're giving out to yourself, belittling yourself, if you're criticizing yourself and always thinking about what you didn't do, that's getting you out of alignment of your goal. That's getting you further and further away. You're stuck in your past. You are stuck in something you cannot control. It's done, finished, forget about it, move on. So and I did this for years and years and years and years, and I only stopped doing it when I started doing Thinking Into Results, because at night time we had to write a success journal and that we had to talk about what, or write down what we did that day, and concentrate on something that put a smile on our faces. Because so often, every single night without fail, I was giving out to myself about something I didn't do that day, or that person I didn't ring, or that bar that I ate, or that vodka that I had on Friday night. Now, I'd never drink during the week. I genuinely don't. So if it was the weekend, like, why did I have that now? I didn't need that. So what? Like, come on, you have to live. I was giving out to myself every single night going to bed. And guess what? What was my first thought? First thing in the morning? Giving out to myself. And that's the way it went on for years. And that's why you're just eating away at your self-confidence, you're eating away at your self-esteem and your abilities. And it's only when I started trying myself, what am I doing to myself? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, you criticize yourself, you're criticizing God. Now, I'm not holy, I'm not a mass goer really. I'm not against it or anything, but I'm just not, but I do believe in God. I do believe in the universe. I do believe in something out there. And, we're created. God was a creator. He created us. So I criticize me, I'm criticizing him, I'm criticizing his work. When you think about it, in the bigger picture. So I don't do that anymore. Sometimes I do. I'm only human. Of course I do. But I'm more aware of it now, and I'll stop it as soon as I become aware of it. Like seriously. You'd swear I killed someone. You'd swear it was something really bad. But it was something, it was something I did to me, I suppose, So that's kind of why I used to just criticize myself. So try not to do that, and especially next week, if you don't get the 7 done, just do better the next day. Whatever your name is, forgive myself completely and lovingly for not doing my routine yesterday, not doing my routine today, fully. Definitely try and get some of it done, but and that's not an excuse not to do it. We always attempt, we always do our best. We want to get 1% better every day, and we want to study every day. So I'm doing, I was telling you this before, I'm doing a chapter in Think and Grow Rich with 2 other ladies from Thinking into Results, and it's brilliant. I never studied a book before. And the chapter we're reading every single morning, it's the same chapter every single morning, and it's called Decision. And decision is the opposite of procrastination. And Tom was talking about decision this morning. It was brilliant on his 555. So it was absolutely brilliant because, we don't make decisions very well. Most of us don't. And it all comes from school, comes from our beliefs. And he was on about his son Alex. When Alex jumps from one couch to another, he doesn't think of the fear attached to that. He just thinks he wants to do it. I'm going to do it. But when he, if and when he falls, he's either going to be given out to, or he's going to be told to try again. So Tom was saying he always kind of goes to, obviously towards the, try again, you'll do better next time. But like, if they knock something and break something, what do we say? We need to be more aware of how we talk to the kids, because, this is how we were brought up. If I was jumping on the couch when I was young, first thing my parents would say, stop jumping, you're going to fall. So we make decisions based on fear. Oh my God, I better analyze this first before I do this, because I might fall or I might fail. In our case, reading Think and Grow Rich at the moment, just started last few days. Oh, brilliant, Martina. Let me know how you get on with it, because it's really a book to be studied. It really is. So that is decision. So that's what we do. And when we want to make a decision, we think about the what ifs, and we think about them in the negative. And that is the way we're programmed. It's not our fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just the way we're programmed, and it's the way we were doing that in school. And actually, the last page of in the chapter Decision talks about school. And let me see. Indecision is a habit which usually begins in youth. The habit takes on permanency as the youth goes through graded school, high school, and even through college, without definiteness of purpose. The major weaknesses of all educational systems is that they neither teach nor encourage the habit of a definite decision. I would never have thought decision was so important. But, as Tom was saying this morning, what if every decision you made was right? And you just, the outcome might not be the one you want, but treat every decision as the right one. Because when we make mistakes, we see them, oh, well, that was the wrong decision. No, like mistakes are lessons. And I would have been, oh God, I can't make a mistake. My God, I would be so embarrassed. I remember when I started doing the oils business first, I always worked for somebody else, could never imagine making a mistake in my business. Oh my God, what, how would I get over that? These are little things that, you come to learn about when you have to, because mistakes are lessons, and that's the way I see them now. So Tom was saying, why don't you make I'm talking so fast, why can't every decision be the best decision, and the outcome doesn't always have to go the way? And who was saying it? I think Peggy McCall was saying it. She works with Bob Proctor, and her son Brian, his son Brian, Bob's son Brian, was always saying that every time Bob got an idea, he just acted on it straight away. Straight away, he just, whatever the idea was, he acted on it. Didn't even think about it, just acted on it. Not always the outcome that he wanted or that he thought, but he always just made the decision to go. He didn't think about it. He just did it. So could you imagine living your life like that? Could you imagine it? Like, we think about everything we do, we have to analyze it, and we're always analyzing it in the negative, which is really, really the way we're programmed. It's not our fault, but it's sad the way we do it, and it comes back from school. It does come back from school. We were never taught. And I remember in school, I didn't even go to the career guidance teacher once. Not once. And I hadn't a clue what I wanted to do. And it even says it here, and I was like, oh my God, it's me in a nutshell. So it says, it would be beneficial if no college would permit the enrolment of any student unless and until the student declared his major purpose of matriculating. Can't say that word. It would be still of greater benefit if every student who enters the graded schools were compelled to accept training in the habit of decision and forced to pass a satisfactory examination on this subject before being permitted to advance into the grades. So pass an exam on decision before going into high school or whatever their equivalent. So secondary school here in Ireland. My God, the habit of indecision acquired because of the deficiencies in our school systems goes with the student into the occupation he chooses, if in fact he chooses his occupation. So what it's saying is, we don't choose, when we're in school, we don't choose our occupation. We're only young, we're 17 when we leave school, 18 when we leave school. How can you know what you want to do? But if we were forced to make a decision in school, we would know. And if it was, I suppose, a better system, we'd know, and we'd have to make a decision. We wouldn't be allowed to leave school without having made that decision. We wouldn't be allowed into secondary school without having that decision. We used to be so young, but 98 out of every 100 people working for wages today are in the positions they hold because they lacked the definiteness of decision to plan a definite position and the knowledge of how to choose an employer. So basically, we leave school, we get a job. If we don't want to go to college, we just get a job, whatever's there. That was me. I just got a job. I didn't want to go to college because I was told there's no jobs out there. What's the point of going to college? There's no jobs. So anyone that said to me, Fiona, why didn't you go to college? Well, there's no job, so I didn't bother. I was told that by everybody. And I took on that belief, and so I didn't go to college. But then as time went on, I realised I am just working in jobs that I have absolutely... I don't even like them. I have no qualification. I thought I needed a qualification. So then I went to college at 26, which was the best thing I ever did. Like, genuinely was. Even though I worked at a job then after that for 13 years, which, it did serve me, like, obviously. Oh, thank you. My coffee delivery. But like, it's all learning, all learning. So definiteness of decision always requires courage, sometimes very great courage. So it's a really good chapter. At the start when we were reading, it was like, oh my God, it's so hard to read. I just don't get it. And the more you read it, you just pick up something new every single time you read it. So really good. It's this decision chapter in Think and Grow Rich. But these chapters do have to be kind of read on a continuous basis. It's not something that you just pick up after one read. So Martina, be aware of that. Don't think you can just read the book and put it away. Bob Proctor was given this book when he was 26. He's now 86, and he reads part of it every day. And sometimes he would just pick up the book and he'll just open a page, and he could read that page for a month. Because there's so much learning in this book, so much. So, and that's where it got him to where he is today. So yeah, so that's Think and Grow Rich, and that's decision. So let me know in the comments what what do you be thinking when you have a decision to make? Do you analyze it? Who brings your coffee? Oh, my husband. Liam brings my coffee. I know he's heading out to work. He's going in early this week, so he usually doesn't leave till about 8:30. But he's all ready to go to work now, so he just drops it up to me before he goes. I know, he's so good. He is on my gratitude list. He is. But yeah, let me know who, are you a decision maker in your house? I always left the decisions to Liam. No, you decide on that. Yeah. Now, there are some decisions that you're going to, always leave and to other people as well. But if you don't make your own decisions, and if you base all your decisions on other people's opinions, then you'll never have your own desire. You never have a desire for yourself. So make a decision on your goal, especially if you haven't made a decision on your goal. Don't ask anybody else, what should my goals be? Because nobody knows what your goals should be. You need to know this, and this is for you. You need to be the person that you want to be, not the person like that you think your husband wants you to be or your kids want you to be. You have to be yourself. Our proctor says that all the time. If I want to be free, I've got to be me, and not the me I think my wife wants me to be, and not the me I think my kids want me to be. You've got to be me. You've got to be yourself, and pick your goals and know exactly what you want. So that's just kind of for next week as well. And if you don't have your goal, it's okay. Don't panic and don't feel you can't do the Miracle 7 with us if you don't have your goal, because you absolutely can. You're going to have something that you know you want, and whether that's an amount in your bank account, or whether it's an amount of people you want to help. It could be amount of courses you want to sell this year. It could be amount of people you want to help this year, amount of customers you want to have this year, clients, whatever it is. You're going to have something that you know you want, and that's what your goal will be for next week, and that might change, and that's okay. Yes, I am the decision maker, but usually involves putting other people's wishes before mine. Yeah, that's what we do, exactly. So when you're setting your goal, Evelyn, definitely put yourself first. Think of you, and usually when you achieve your goal, it's going to help everybody that lives with you anyway. Usually that's the way it's going to be. So and that's why you want that goal. And I'm not saying you want it because of other people, but you want it for you. I rarely deliberate in my decisions. I tend to jump into things without analysing. Yeah. And Marie, you definitely, I would definitely say that. And I was saying it to Liam this morning. We were both listening to Tom this morning. He was talking about decision, and he was saying, oh yeah, I'm a bit like that. And I would have thought he was the opposite, because I do give him a lot of the decision making jobs, because any decision he makes here around the house, I'm always happy with them, and that's my number one strength is harmony, and not really that one. I suppose I really would go with that. It's more adaptability. Number 2 is adaptability. So it's whatever those two strengths, number 1 and number 2, I suppose leaves me as a kind of laid back. Oh yeah, I'm happy to go with that, and not I don't say it because I'm not happy and I'm biting my tongue. I'm saying it because I genuinely am. When he makes decisions, like he did the garden out front this summer, and trees and flowers. We never had them before. He just made the decision one weekend. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it next weekend, and he needed it done over a weekend. And it's lovely. But he makes kind of these house decisions, and they're always really good. He does the painting, he picks the colours. He will ask my opinion sometimes, and I give it, and he sometimes go with it, but he generally does that, and I'm happy to go with that. But I think for big decisions for yourself, whether sometimes courses come up, or I might watch a webinar. All these webinars lead to spending money and buying a course. So if it resonates with me and I really want it, I'll go for it. But if there's something pulling me back, then I won't go for it. And that's the right decision. And you can't just jump into all these things just because, oh well, let's see what happens. It has to sit right with you as well. Because I was saying to Liam, we watched a webinar last Sunday, and he was totally against doing the course, whereas I wasn't. And he said, I wasn't against it because I was looking at the negative. He was looking at the negative because it just wasn't for him. He said it just wasn't for me. He didn't say to me, you're not doing it either. And I just decided myself not to do it. But, he didn't do it because it just wasn't for him. Snap, harmony is my number 1 strength too. I analyse every decision, sometimes too much. Yeah. I hear you, Alan. I hear you. Yeah. I'm not as bad. I'm definitely, and there's one decision I made which I didn't ask one person, and Anne-Marie can vouch for that when I joined Thinking Into Results, and she was saying, well, Fiona, I don't think you need it. And I said, no, I've made a decision, I'm doing it, I'm definitely doing it. She goes, oh, okay. Well, thank you for saying that, Anne-Marie. But I so needed it. I so needed it. Oh my God. And it was definitely the best decision I ever made. And I've reached so many goals, and I've done so many things in the past year. I'm number one Harmony too. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, Harmony is where you avoid confrontation, and I don't row with anybody, and yeah, when there's a row going on, you're uncomfortable. It's between other people, you're uncomfortable. And if there's a row going on with me and I'm involved, I just step back, and I do let people win. I just, not win, I just let it go. Bob Proctor always says arguing is such a waste of energy, waste of time, waste of energy. So that's good to hear. You can't say yes to everything. Oh my God, no, like, there's no out there as well, that the answer is no, and if it just doesn't sit well with you, then the answer is no. So, and that's the decision, and that's a good decision. I must take that strengths test. Oh, Deirdre, yeah, it's so good. It's such a good strengths test. I've never really done anything like that before, and I know people had done them before and they found them not as good, but it's Gallup strengths test. And hi Fiona, I'm a decision maker, yet I have to think deeply how and when to make that decision. I think too deeply at times. I too tuned into Tom this morning. Good advice from him. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so if we could, I even said it to Liam, if we could make decisions, and Harmony is not avoiding confrontation. Okay, you're right, because Anne-Marie has Harmony as well. It's more, and I don't mean you don't, but you're not afraid of confrontation. It's more that you seek points of agreement when we are using the strength in its true form. Very true, very true. You seek points of agreement. That actually is 100% on the button. You seek points of agreement. And yeah, you're right. You're totally right. It's not avoiding confrontation. I just don't like it. I really don't like it. And if I can avoid it, I will. So thanks for that, Anne-Marie. That's so true. I 100% agree with you there. So yes, making decisions. So let's go through today and thinking about it, and every decision we make today is the right one. Okay, every decision we make today is the right one. I was saying that to Liam this morning. I said, God, just imagine going through life with that all the time. Imagine every time you had an idea, you just acted on it every single time. And this is what, Thinking into Results teaches us to do. Just act on it. And those are, those when we ask for guidance after we write our list, our gratitude list, and we ask for guidance, that's helping us to follow our intuition. So you take those inspired actions when you get the answers. But of course, sometimes we don't, and we let it go, and we don't trust our gut feeling, we don't trust our intuition, and that's life. It's the way we're programmed. But as long as we're mindful of it and we want to improve on it, and remember, when we ask for guidance, when we try to follow our intuition, that is a mental faculty. So it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. Harmony is my number 2. Harmony's up so high in so many people. My God. And Marie, you might let me know where Harmony was for you, because I remember I think it was one of your top 5, wasn't it? So, okay, I think we better start writing our list. There we go. Alrighty, so what date is today? The 6th. So Wednesday, 6th of January. Today I am grateful for... Okay, so first one we always write down is Bob Proctor's affirmation for January. I always stretch myself to reach what I really want, rather than what I think I can get. I always stretch myself to reach what I really want, rather than what I think I can get. Love it. So set your type C goal, dream big. Don't know. Oh, number 2 for you. Okay. I was thinking it was high, Emery. Perfect. Okay, so let's write our list and try and write. I will try and write at least 7, because for the Miracle 7 for next week, it's 7 gratitudes, and really connect with them. Kind of really think about them. If you can't write 7, that's okay, because you might not have the time as well, because I prefer you to actually write three and really connect with three and really feel how grateful you are. And the most important thing is to feel the gratitude all day. And feel how grateful you are for everything you're writing down and for everything around you, because if you're in that attitude of gratitude all day long and not just in the morning, that's when things start to happen, and that's when you're attracting in more of the good, more of what you're grateful for, and more of what's in alignment with what you're grateful for. So, we need to keep our thoughts positive. Never think about what you don't want. Sometimes if the house is cold, I'm like, oh my God, I'm cold. Then I'm thinking, okay, I'm just said I don't want to think about what I don't want. So just say I'm warm. It's so funny when we're down the canal, if we're freezing down the canal, we're walking, and the kids are like, oh, it's so warm, Mammy, it's so warm. I think I'll take off this jacket. They're learning, and I say, yeah, it's very good, very good. Sometimes they're teaching me, and I forget sometimes what I've told them, and they say it in a way, they say things in a way that they want it to be, and oh, this house is so warm. Sometimes when you go down the hall, the house can be cold. So they say, no, Mammy, don't do it. They tell me, like, don't be saying things like that. Especially Hannah. Hannah's 6, and remember, you don't start developing your conscious mind until you're 7. So she takes on absolutely everything. So everything that is said, she can only accept it. She only has a subconscious mind at the minute. So she just takes everything in, and you really see things I say. You can hear it. You can hear it in her. It's like me saying it. It's so funny, and it's so lovely because I'm so aware of it now. So it's you love listening to them sometimes. But she's funny. Things she says, it's just like exactly the way I say it. So it's so funny. Okay, let's start writing.
800 hours.
Oh my God, is it 8 o'clock already? Apologies. Into my coffee. How are we getting on? Sinead, my daughter is the same. Oh yeah. Takes on everything, yeah. Okay, we'll write maybe one more and see how we get on, and then we'll send love. Okay, so at the bottom, for this and for more, I am grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so I mentioned the other day, it's a really good idea to pop some post-its maybe on some of your cupboards or on your fridge, just to remind you to stay in that attitude gratitude, because we can forget throughout the day, and just to have little thank yous, or today I'm grateful for, or I even write down what you're grateful for on some of them if you want. I'm grateful for my family, my kids, food, house, whatever it is, it just kind of helps you throughout the day. And let's face it, there's nobody really coming into our houses these days, so nobody's going to see it. So I remember doing that at the start of Thinking into Results. I thought it was a really good idea. I had it on my mirror as well when I get up first in the morning. It's just it's a lovely thing to actually, when you wake up, what are you grateful for straight away, as well as visualizing your goal. I'm so grateful for my goal, and visualize your goals. The best time to do it last thing at night, first thing in the morning. So being in that lovely relaxed state and good attitude of gratitude, and be in alignment with your goal. That's when your conscious mind hasn't quite woken up yet. So you're impressing that into the subconscious mind first thing, as soon as you kind of open your eyes, and you're still in that groggy state, and last thing at night as well. And we'll be doing that next week as well in the Miracle 7. Okay, perfect. So we're back to A. We did Z yesterday, it's in decline. So back to A. So have to choose adaptive. Oh, I love it. I put it on here in the morning sometimes, and when the kids get up, then I leave here. I go downstairs with them, and I leave the diffuser on. And then when I come back up, oh my God, the smell is just gorgeous. I don't even mix it with anything else. Anne-Marie, you'll have to let me know. Do you diffuse this, the adaptive, with anything else? Do you have any recommendations? Let me know. Oh, it's kind of brand new. We really only have it since last July, but it was available in the States a year before that, and people were getting amazing results from it. It's the Calming Blend. Don't know if it'll be in this book. Oh, it is. Woohoo. Okay, perfect. This is the Spiritual Secrets book. So the Calming Blend. Blessed are those who feel nature in their hearts. This is a divine gift. The Calming Blend gives us trust and makes us aware of our illusions that were created in our mind, unfolded by time. Nature is patience. It flows and gives for eternity, untouched, forever beautiful. The Calming Blend is like a princess from the fairy tales, a very beautiful, iconic figure. The oil teaches us that we live through eternity, and that our deeds will be remembered for generations to come. In other words, it means that we have the responsibility for our thoughts and actions. Nothing is ever lost. The Calming Blend is gentle. It shows us that our inner beauty can be reached through a good heart and kindness, and that nothing can be forced. We can accomplish every task in an easy way without a struggle. It soothes us and gives us desire to live. Applied on the forehead before sleep, this blend helps us to connect with our subconscious and receive guidance in our dreams. Very good. Yes, with clementine or yellow mandarin. Yellow mandarin. I've had red mandarin. I haven't had yellow mandarin. Wow, thanks for that, Anne-Marie. Clementine, yeah, I have that one. Perfect. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay, so it's not going to be in this book. Sure it isn't. Calming Blend. Can't imagine it would be. Then again, I could be wrong. No, it's not. Okay, perfect. So, but emotionally, it is that'll work too. Perfect. Emotionally adaptive is amazing for people have been using it for depression and anxiety, kind of those heightened emotions, and it's been working really, really well for that. Lovely calming oils in it, really, really nice. So lovely to diffuse in the evening, even during the day. You know, we can get very stressed during the day as well, so it is a gorgeous one. Okay, so let's send love to people that are bothering us. So if you know anybody that has done something to you in the past that you kind of you find it hard to forgive, or done something to somebody you love, picture them standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to theirs, and send love. You don't have to say anything. It's nothing to do with them. This is all about you making more space for more positive energy inside of you and letting go of the past. You know, we want to forgive. It's a really powerful thing to do, is to forgive and move forward. You know, 2021, you want to achieve your goals. You're not going to achieve your goals if you're stuck in your past and stuck in, you know, situations that don't serve you anymore. They're done. There's nothing you can do about it. So, you know, let's just move on and get out of your own prison. I thought the calming blend was Serenity. Oh, okay, no, Serenity is the restful blend. Yeah, that's gorgeous too. So lovely. Okay, perfect. So let's send love. Picture that person standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to theirs, and sending love. And then we'll do it with somebody else, and then we will do it with ourselves. And I'll prompt you along the way. It only takes a few seconds. Okay, perfect. When you're ready, move on to person number 2. Perfect. And when you're ready, move on to yourself. So picture you standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to yours, and sending love. Okay, perfect. So now we ask the universe for guidance, or is it restful? Yeah, restful blend, Elizabeth. So ask the universe for guidance. So this is going to be helping you to make your decisions. This one is it's our mental faculties, as I mentioned before, helping us to follow our intuition. So it's a really important tool that we have that we really don't utilize enough. So you know, just relax the mind, relax the body. Practice this. You know, practice this in a space where there's nobody around. Your phone is on silent or turned off or whatever, and maybe have some music in the background. If you're somebody that does meditation, which I hope you are, and I'm actually going to add that into my Miracle 7 next week, because I don't meditate enough. I don't meditate every day, and I want to make it a habit to meditate every single day. So that's going to be Miracle 8 for me, because and if you're somebody that doesn't meditate as well, add that in, because it's so important to do that, just to switch off, even if it's only for 10 minutes a day. So ask for guidance. You know, ask the question that you need to know today. Ask for guidance for your business, you know, your house, your kids, your health, their health, somebody else's health, you know, somebody you want to help today. Whatever it is, ask the question and then just let it go. Don't keep thinking about it, just let it go. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I hope that helped. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments this morning, and for joining me. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Tell anybody that might need this. Tell anybody that wanted to start the Miracle 7 with us next Monday. Let them know what it's all about, and to join, maybe follow me on Instagram, and or if they're on Facebook, Daily Gratitude and Oils Facebook page. So thanks again. Head over to your mirror now and give yourself the compliments. Look into one eye. I love you, you're perfect as you are, and at least 3 more compliments. And then into the other eye, I love you, you're perfect as you are, and at least 3 more compliments. Do that every single morning. Do it every time you see your reflection. Give yourself a little compliment. Thanks, Fiona. Got a laugh from this morning. Oh, that's good, Etna. Happy Nolig Nima. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. You're Irish. Thanks so much, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow morning again at 7:30. What day is tomorrow? Thursday. To write our gratitude list. Alrighty. Thanks, everyone. Bye.